to another episode. I'm not sure how long it's going to be, but I believe this is going to be really good. And before we get started, if you watched my video last night, I was making a brief statement about the Zaya and the Dwayne Wade unconditional love, and this is one dear to my heart. Just thinking about this since yesterday and over the weekend. Is, the whole conversation is Dwayne Wade a fit parent? Leading? Is he's representing manhood in a way of creating a family legacy? Because we're hearing about Zaya and all this stuff. We can easily depict that, okay, maybe he's not a good parent. We don't know what really goes on in this household. So, no further ado, I just want to really introduce my boy BMT again.
Hey, what's going on? It's me, BMT. Can you hear me?
Yeah, and he's gonna be in here and he's gonna start his conversation about this. So we pretty much gonna conversate. It's not really a debate. It's just more of a conversation. So BMT, I know you talked about this before. I don't know you mind, talking about it again. So what's your take? And you can talk about the comments take. What you think about this whole Isaiah way? Do you agree with it or disagree with it?
I got no problem with what he did. And I actually understand the background of why Dwayne Wayne did it, or why he did what he did. It's also a reflection on himself of why he did it. I know a lot of people. So a lot of people say, well, he's using his son. And this is very telling about how some people think. I guess I don't know why would he need to use his son. His son doesn't do anything. His son doesn't do anything. And also, I guess they're saying Gabrielle Union is pulling his coattail.
Okay.
This is actually a very. That's why I also brought up, about his parenting. If anybody knows the backstory of Dwayne Wade, they would know that one, Dwayne Wade was homeless as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not sure people understand that. His mother abandoned him. Okay, so in that aspect of when we're talking about doggone parenting 101, he's more so looking at it that I didn't get the support when I was a child. So I'm giving my kid that type of support for him. And I guess people are saying, gay. It's no secret how blacks and how we deal with the LGBT community. It's not the best. And so we have to look at it. We're looking at it from a lens. I know there's the gay agenda and all that stuff. And I've asked people like, hey, what is the gay agenda? And they're like, there's a gay agenda? What is that? I'm like, well, shoot. Because it's no secret that blacks and gays for the longest, we kind of been hand in hand. We holistically have. So, and that's been throughout the dawn of time in Africa and all that stuff. A lot of the cultures and civilizations that we bank off of, deal with homosexuality. And I'm not promoting that, but I'm saying I'm looking at the stuff that he himself even said that, hey, he was going to go get the proper information for his child to be safe, to know what he's doing and everything. And right there, I look at the parenting of that. These are two people. They've never been in trouble. Gabrielle Union and him, they've never been arrested. Nothing serious about that. They literally have 3 children. And, he came from another relationship where the mother wasn't so much of a supportive type of person for him. So beat it at me. I'm looking at it as, how is this one child coming out saying I'm gay? The end of black manhood. Like how?
And I think we was discussing on the phone, maybe because he's in the media, you see him as being very successful in his craft, and in the product that he's delivering, he felt like, okay, all your sons have to be just like you. While your sons are coming up here, or why you decide to transcend to another something that's unpopular. And I think that's the whole main thing, because of the connections that he has and how famous he is. and and how like Alpha's like he been on the court, and it's just kind of just flabbergasted a lot of people that support him.
Right.
Um, Same thing like with Magic Johnson's son is gay, and Magic Johnson, years ago he said I support him, and would I mean, as a parent, you're not supposed to disown him. At the end of the day, he said he's proud of him, but I do agree with you on that. It doesn't define like the manhood of it doesn't shouldn't affect the black community because I told you time and again before that the child emulates the parent. The child is going to sit up here and do what their parents do for the most part. And I'm trying to figure out this young man at the age of 12. I had someone who texted me about this. He was saying, yeah, he has a bisexual son, and he said, as he got older, he ended up, helping him out with that. He had a conversation with him. He kind of disagreed, but he still loved him. He's still, taking care of him, doing the best he can. But the only thing that he disagreed with about the Zaya situation is that why is this young man just not living his life though first as being a man? Like, how come you couldn't wait till he's like 17, 18? Why is he? How did he get this huge influence at the age of 12 to want to go ahead and transgender? That's the main thing right there. I feel like he didn't really give his manhood a chance.
Okay. So
Yeah,
I'm glad you asked that. So
yeah,
in certain countries, because I know we like to always bring up other cultures and everything like that.
hmm
So in certain cultures, let's look at it from Shakespeare. Shakespeare, who was playing the females in certain roles? It was the boys.
right.
Okay. Did anybody think those boys didn't know what they were doing, or I'm just asking the question. I mean, I know y'all go, oh, BMT, are you praising pedophilia? No, I never praised pedophilia. I'm
Yeah.
just showing y'all. Listen, dude, this is nothing new under the sun of just one person doing this. There's been we all when we were going through high school seen that one effeminate kid that we knew that hey, he doesn't care to play football. He doesn't care to do any
I'm
roughhousing.
glad you brought that up.
He,
Yep.
he just he just rather be that person who rather play hopscotch and play with the other females and just I mean to me when I was growing up, and this is just me being for real, none of us was calling
hmm
him gay. We just knew that he didn't care to do that. We just knew that um and shout out to my homeboy Michael. I just now put up a playlist of the man that smiles. Michael, and he's a successful business owner.
hmm
He runs quite a few things.
Yeah.
And Michael will tell you, I didn't care to. I learned how to hunt, do all that manly stuff, but I didn't care to do that. I like braiding hair. I like doing facials for people. I got paid a lot of money to do hair and stuff
Well,
like that.
yeah, I knew it was a hairstylist. Gentleman I went to school with. He was kind of had a lot of feminine traits, but I mean, he making a good living doing women's hair.
Right. So
Yeah.
so the thing about it is, okay, so we get it now. We're now in the era,
hmm
especially for Black people. You don't have to be in the closet anymore. You can just come out. And we take it as, oh my gosh, the dirty secret came out that my cousin is gay. But I'm like, nigga, is that harming you? Is that stopping you? Like,
Yeah.
I'm hit y'all with this in the Bible. How many times have they brought up eunuchs in the Bible? What is a eunuch? A eunuch doesn't have a penis. They don't have one. They don't have balls. They literally are they're non-gendered people. So if they were talking about them in the Bible, and they were talking about, I think one of the disciples met with a eunuch. Oh yeah, I'm going to come at you Bible people too. And he said, hey, what do I got to do to be saved? So he said, well, come down to the river and I'll make sure you saved. So we automatically look at it in the caste system, or we try to throw religion or what else into this. That's why I said there's nothing new under the sun that what Zaya is doing. He literally says, listen, y'all, we're in a new time where I can be open and say, hey, at least I'm real about mine. I'm not hiding. I'm not saying I'm pushing this on anybody. He said, if this is your truth, that you know you're gay, and that's what you identify as, it is what it is. But I'm going to do that. I've done heard everybody speak so much ill about this one kid. But see, We were praising when we saw Little Bow Wow and Little Romeo acting like little thugs and little gangsters in the rap videos. Oh, I'm gonna go there. We were praising when we saw Chris Brown when he was being that little player boy. But we now see how he is now, crazy, on crack, and everything else.
Because it was entertaining, right? But it wasn't implementing a lifestyle because we knew that was just a temporary view, you know. But I get what you're saying.
But see, the thing about it is this, Young, is that when you have it, whereas to Zaya's like, I don't have to pretend. Some other people, they gotta pretend. And let's be for real. In the black community, down low people are the biggest when it comes to doggone transmissioning of HIV and STDs. So we're not going to pretend. We're not going to pretend like these people are not a doggone. Like, I'd rather him say, "Yo, if you're out there and you are gay, I'd rather you be open." And literally, the thing about it was, a lot of people don't understand. His dad came out and was talking to him about it. People say, well, they're wrong for taking him to a gay
the pride
a pride parade. Now, granted, he didn't sneak there. He didn't go with his friends. He went there with his parents. If we look at everything that's going on, everything that he's doing to find out about himself is with who? His parents. They're not forcing him. They ask a question. They don't know. Let's be for real. A lot of black people are not informed properly about when it comes down to sexuality and mental behaviors. So the fact that we got two adults trying to mentally help this kid find out what's going on or what he identifies with or how he is. I mean, it's not like they beating him.
Well, yeah, I agree with that too. But the thing is, it's so with the whole homosexuality thing, it's not. How can I say? It's deemed to not be very as something that's proud from to celebrate in a way. And this is what people's mindset is. It's the fact
that proud to who?
Well, it's more like far as like developing a good family structure, because I feel like this is like mentally they feel like, okay, is something wrong with Zaya? Like what conspired him to go in here and say, hey, I want to be true to myself. I'm starting to like men, and I feel like a woman. I want to be like have to be showing the qualities, because at the same time, scientists did say you can't be born gay. So it has to be some influence. We're trying to figure out, okay, their parents should sit down and talk to Zay, like, okay, did you used to get abused? Like, what's going on? How did you strongly develop this desire to like the same sex? And I just think that, like, in society, the people that disagree with Dwayne Wade's parenting is probably like, okay, well, why you're not taking time out of your day to really get to the root of the problem, but you end up here is just supporting it. I think that's where it comes from.
Okay, so okay. The reason why I don't got nothing against science.
Yeah.
Sometimes. But then again, this is also the same, like I said, man. Scientists at one time said that a black man can't see in the dark. The Negro can't function in the dark. It just impossible. There's no way we can see what's going on at night. Then the other time, science said that, goddamn, if you take a broom and stand it up just like a few days ago, because of the Earth's gravity, it's going to stand up. I'm like, dude, you could have done that. You know how many times I've done that? I was doing that trick at 7 years old.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn.
Broom challenges.
I was like, yo, dude. I think they were doing a social test to just see how gullible people were when it comes to physics. I get it that, yes, he is born with male anatomy. I'm not taking it from him. I'm not taking for him that, yes, there's a lot of stuff I don't subscribe to. You follow me? However, all I'm saying is that when we're looking at it through a lens, and this is the thing I buck at black people about. What was the point of fighting for the civil rights for you to have the right to choose what you want to be, how you want to move, and how you want to address yourself? But then when you see a kid literally practicing your belief system, you got a problem with it because it doesn't when it goes against your religious doctrine, when it goes against your balanced morale.
Right. Well, and that's what it is. That's what's going to deem to be because I was just feeling like, okay, so the kid, his mind is still developing. People looking at this is his mind is still developing. He's in this maybe in a state of confusion. Maybe people feel like, and it's just like, okay, so how can you if God says be fruitful and multiply, right? How can you do that? I mean, yes, you can get a surrogate, yes, you can adopt children. Okay, we understand that. But far as like biologically and creating a stable home, how can you do that if you're constantly control or you like the same sex? And it's more of a some people feel like it's more of it's just a distasteful thing because you have Dwayne Wade has children. I mean, I don't think he's gay, but that's for a whole nother discussion. And they just feel like same time you may need to address this if you want to be a spokesperson for our community and all this type of stuff. We want us to take you serious. I mean, that's what it comes down to because like I think I'll talk to you about this. Like if he's transgender, right, is look at all the maybe the negative things and trials that he's gonna have to go through. Far as like participating in athletics, is he gonna have is he or because he's Dwayne Wade's son, is he still gonna play basketball like far with females, or he gonna play basketball with males? Is he gonna play back? Is he gonna do things with females because it's a lot more easier because biologically he's still a man. Now the women, it's a slap in the face to the women because they feel like, okay, well, he's not a woman. He doesn't have periods. He doesn't have emotional type of stuff like that we go through every day. He can't really biologically bear a child. And you mean to tell me he's just gonna dress like a woman and be like, oh, I am a woman and that's just it. Y'all gonna accept me? That's just like, man, a person that just eat a lot of bananas, man. I feel like a monkey. I feel like a gorilla, man. I'm a gorilla because I eat a lot of monkeys. No, you're not. It's just not. It doesn't coexist. So this is what we have to tackle because I was reading an article and they said it was college females. They signed a petition to block transgender athletics because they said it's not fair. They kept dominating and beating them in these competitions in sports like track and field, basketball, and they looking like this is ridiculous. All because he has women garments and he look like a woman, but he's not. He's still reaping the benefits. So we gotta tackle that issue too, because if Dwayne Wade is not having sitting down having a conversation with Zayd about these type of things, he may be leading, encouraging his child to utter confusion. What do you have to say about that?
All right, I'm glad you brought that up.
Yep.
So, in talking about that, we already know that from the time being that blacks have always been black out of a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we already understand that. And I'm not trying to say, oh, are you comparing the black movement to the gay movement? Nope. But I'm going to let y'all know right now that the same, keep that same energy, buddy, because a lot of y'all movements go hand in hand. And I mean, let's just be for real. A lot of the black movements were made off of other people's stuff. And I mean, that's just being honest. That's just not even being disingenuous. We can't ignore Baldwin. You can't remind you he wrote a lot of stuff.
Mr. Baldwin, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, you're gonna start picking and choosing because I mean, we've been having a lot of people come out that have done things for the community, and guess what? They've been found out to be gay. So that's gonna be pretty interesting, the picking and choosing ladder, because then we also have to ask the question: do we have the resources? Now, looking at it from the aspect of he identifies as a girl, or he want to identify as a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how many people have come out and said that? Oh, I identify as a black person. Ain't nobody said shit to them. I mean, shit. If anything, Y'all ain't nobody been trying to run off Sean King, and that dude been saying he black for how long now?
Yeah, it's been to the point I thought he really was, but I went, no, he not. But yeah,
I'm just saying, like,
yeah.
and that's the thing that's crazy about it. Like, it's crazy that the fact that we have it to the point where, we're pretty much at the point now where if it don't go with certain doctrines, certain systems, like, then it's a problem. It's a problem. And I mean, again, he already stated that, yo, I get it. I'm gonna be dealing with it. Like, if we already got it where little kids understand bullying at a high tier level, I'm pretty sure he understands that too. And the thing about it is that he's not obliviously blind to it. I think the thing about it that we got to ask ourselves is that are we like we ask ourselves, why aren't gays doing this? Why aren't they doing that for us? And I spoke to quite a few of them. It's just the way how we've been treating our own people because they don't conform to what's normal. And somebody asked the question, well, BMT, what's normal? And I said, that's a damn good question, because honestly, I would want to say what's normal, but being truthful about it, I couldn't tell you what's normal because majority of the stuff that we've been doing in the black community haven't holistically been normal. Yeah, exactly. A lot of our stuff that we do in our everyday life as black people is abnormal. We don't even live in our community lifestyle isn't even normal, man. Like, we got it where people our diets aren't normal. And that's being holistically truthful. Like, so the kid, he already understands, like, listen, man, I'm born in the one community where I know these niggas are going to judge me. I know these niggas are going to talk about me. I know these niggas are going to call me a freak. The only blessing or thing he got that he know he can say is that, guess what? I have money. Because I have money, I can afford to say what I'm saying. Y'all, a lot of people don't have that opportunity. So let's just chop it up for what it is. A lot of people are upset because he has the financial backing to be open about his sexuality. So where it pisses people off because you can't touch Zaya. You can't touch Zaya. But then that bothers a lot of people. But they're like, whoa, what do you mean? You can't say nothing to him. You can't say nothing to that boy. You can't disparage him. He's covered. He has millionaires around him that literally support him on what he's doing.
The game and stuff, and other people.
Right. And I mean, even like I said, and those are people that majority of y'all look up to. Gabrielle Union has Mary Jane. You think she's going to denounce him? I know a lot of people say, well, this is the black woman's fault on why he's gay. And she's like, what? How is it my fault? Like, there's some women who holistically bash more on gays more than the men. And so we already understand that, yo, man, like, there's a lot of pressure at him right now for this young man. Is it going to destroy? Is his dad wrong for supporting his son? No. But at the end of the day, you asked me a question. You said, BMT, if that was your child, what would you do?
Yes.
And at one time, I was ignorant where I said, you know what? Hell, if that was my child. I remember I said when I made an ignorant comment, I said, if that was my kid, not my child. But see, that's the thing about it. The universe always has a way to answer right back to you, nigga.
I think before you answer that, I think I don't know if it was a comedian or somebody. Oh, Lil Duval. A few years ago, when he said, when they asked him on the Breakfast Club, he was like, man, if my child was gay, man, he said you abandon him, he'd do something, beat him, and all that type of stuff. And it was a huge controversy. I think you probably made a video about that a while back. But you get into you like I don't know if you want to answer the question BMT though, but and we was on the phone. But like I said, hypothetically speaking, if your son, he just came up to you like, hey, I'm having a desire for the same sex, men and stuff, like little boys at my school, and I just do like and how would you feel as a man, like man perspective? Would you feel like, dang, like, all right, son, do I gotta sit down and talk to you? Would you lay down the groundwork of what you're gonna go through? Would you scrutinize them, or would you try to like be with some of these parents? Like, hey, man, I'm gonna get you into sports. I'm gonna get you to martial. I'm gonna have you boost your testosterone because this ain't happening in my house. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So when it comes to something like that, and everybody's household is different.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I could give a shit less what anybody thinks is my household. And if my son were to say he's gay, and like right now, like my oldest son is 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I get the conversation. I would possibly have a talk with him. Ask him how did he come to this conclusion? What's in his mindset? Who are the people he's hanging around? You see, you got to be in your child's life and ask these kind of proper questions. Watch their development. Like, son, you should be more so focused on your lesson than sex. You know what I'm saying? I'm being honest. Like, you should be focused on your lesson.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if that's what you feel that you identify as that, okay. But understand this: I'm going to break down with you, and I'm going to sit down with you about a lot of stuff that these kind of people who walk. You want to pick up that cross? I'm gonna show you what happens when you pick up that cross.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of people can feel or say, "Oh, BMT, I would have done that." You say your kid will fulfill you. No, I'm showing him. It's just the same way when they ask, hey, you want to be saved, young Link? You want to be saved, BMT? Now, if somebody actually has sat us down and say, "Hey, this is what goes on with Christians," would you have still done it? Would you have still done it if you holistically knew everything you're gonna have to go through as a Christian? You gotta ask yourself, yo, shit, would I still?
Yeah, that's deep. That's deep. And so, right. And I'm glad you brought the Christian part because, you just want to be it because so you can get, so you can feel good about yourself or the fact that, you can let everybody know in conversation, yeah, I'm a Christian and stuff like that. But yeah, I get what you're saying. It's more, but that's the thing. Cause I'm like, this kid is at a young age and stuff. And it's just like, should be focused on academics. Should be focusing on more like, I won't say play basketball, but playing with his friends or doing things like that, trying to implement with his dad, carrying out legacy with his father, learning things, or and we just figuring that okay, why is he participating in this so young? Because it's really not. I don't know. When I was in school, I remember it was a dude. I forgot his name, but he used to like play with nail polish and stuff. He used to literally have girls paint his nails and stuff like that. And I mean, yeah, some people talk about him, but at the same time, I mean, he had a lot of girlfriends that always like was with him and stuff like that. And I didn't really care too much about it. I mean, because I didn't really hang out with him. I mean, he was in my class, whatever. So, but we had nothing in common. So it's more like I don't hate gay people and all that stuff. I just don't have nothing in common with them, so I won't be hanging with them. Now if I have to work with you and do things, then yeah. But at the same time, I'm not hanging with you. It's the same thing with a female. I'm not going to hang with a female because we don't have nothing in common. Like when I watch basketball, play basketball, or or go to the bar, stuff like that. I mean, it'd be with the fellas. It don't be with females like that. I mean, because it's really not a common thing unless you ain't trying to have sex, all these type of things. So that's a little different. So it's like a more of a common interest type thing though. Like I mean, you just have to have that conversation with them, and we don't know what goes on with Dwayne Wade's household, but it's just that I feel like as a parent you want to throw them in a direction, just how can I say, maybe something normal, something that's just that can build upon what you did as a man, and I just think that right now we're not seeing that in the media.
Right. So,
And yeah.
so the question I would want to ask you, and I ask you right now,
Mm-hmm.
what constitutes normal in the black household?
It depends. That's a raw question though. I mean, okay for my household. For my household, well, when I was growing up with my dad and so my mom, us normal, I mean, you go to school, get good grades, do what you're supposed to do your chores, all that stuff. You got a sibling, protect them, all that type of stuff, man. And as a man perspective, it's normalized is you supposed to learn, you supposed to grow, you supposed to learn how to be a provider, learn how to be a protector, doing things, be around men, learn how to do things, learn how to be on your own as you transitioning, growing up, and moving up in your academics in a way. And it's and see,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so I'm not trying to be religious or anything, but it's the biblical.
You can't help but go right. See, so right there, and
You're
see,
right.
that's the thing about it. What you're describing as your version of normal,
Yeah.
you holistically didn't even grow up normal then, because as you told me,
Mm-hmm.
your dad and your mom displaced from each other. You still had access to your dad and your mom,
Right.
but you didn't grow up normal. Because normally, both parents will be in the same household, hypothetically.
Well, okay. When I mean as far as normal, I get you saying my parents were separated when I was 19, so technically I was kind of an adult in a way, sort of.
But
So
they should still be together. Because then okay, so normal in certain aspects, you would
mhm,
still mom and dad, you would not have moved out of that house until you are ready to move out.
true.
See, normal would have been that they would literally set you up. Okay, son, here you go. This is your allotment. Now that you're getting married, bring your wife by so that way we can speak to her and you and also their family. And then after that, from there, we're setting up your wedding, all this stuff. Let's be for real. That's not normally that don't happen for black households.
They don't. I'm not gonna front to you.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm sorry. Y'all want the blueprint? I'm giving y'all the blueprint. So let's just be for real.
Okay.
A good 97% of y'all ain't normal niggas. I'm sorry. Hell, when black people hear a black man talk about I have a daddy, what? Nigga, you got a daddy? Oh, you got a baby? Your father's no. I actually have a father and my mommy that lived in the same home. When I step around and they see me around my family, guess what? To some people, that's not normal
You
to
know,
see.
it's funny. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm really glad you brought that up. When I was at my girlfriend's house yesterday and today and stuff like that, their parents have been together for 30 some years. They're still together, and it's just like, that's normal. I mean, it's to the point, and it's like, they set them up like to the point, when they graduate from college and stuff, they have different money, they have land, stuff is in their will, they have ability to be financially stable even when their parents are gone. They
But
have that.
shit,
And
right?
so, you know, and I'm looking at like, dang man, like that's what it's supposed to be. And I wasn't really thinking about, I don't know, man, like because the way I grew up, man, it's of course it's about Christian principles and stuff. And yes, for some Christian families, they break apart, and and it kind of sucks. It does weigh on heavily on the family. I'm a witness of that. So BMT, you basically saying like, regardless of your religious belief, regardless of like if you don't follow the biblical principles, if you the things that you just listed, as far as allotments, hey child, when you turn 18, 19 years old, you got 30, $40,000 you can use that can help you assist you with your college. And when you get out of college, you're gonna have this house and you're gonna put this in the family name. So that's that's normal.
That
Like,
was supposedly, biblically, even if some people want to throw in the Bible at this,
yeah,
that's supposed to be normal. The young man
right.
wouldn't even move out the house until the parents find the other suitor, and until he's ready to move out, and then they have their own. See, I know we know
Not normal in the
culture.
black community, dog. When you turn 18,
I get
you got to get out. You
shit
got to get
before 18. Some of us were already kicked out. So let's
yeah,
be for real. So
yeah.
and knowing that, it's literally like, yo, it's a doggy dog world, every man for himself. So what we're saying is not normal. For D Wade, he's like, yo, this is my reality. I'm a self-built man that did not grow up normally. I was put out as a kid. All I had was a basketball. My girlfriend and her mama took me in. I'm only just giving y'all what everybody knows about D Wade. You can look it up. He'll tell you he was homeless.
Yeah, I didn't know
So
that. Yeah.
so from there, he's like, yo, I don't have no fundamentals.
Mm-hmm.
I had to build my own fundamentals. So now that he has a family, he has his kids, which that's not normal for everybody. For the black man to always get his kids. He got his kids, raising his kids, and also one of his kids now says, well, Dad, I'm gay. Now, normally, in some people, people would want to say beat the gay away, pray it away, whatever. But he literally did something different from a lot of people. He literally said, okay, son, let's me and you talk about it. So he took him, and that's the thing about when it comes to gay parades, I'm not sure they understand. I had to look it up. Gay parades ain't just people just walking around butt naked and doggone wearing crazy stuff. I know they show those pictures a lot for a lot of things. And yes, those things do happen. If y'all want to, I could get in touch with my friend Young Mobu. He even says, yo, there are stuff like that do hurt the gay community because everybody's not like that. Everybody's not trying to deal with kids. Everybody's not trying to do stuff sexually. But it's easy. It's like when we look at the black community, do they always show the positive stuff or do they always show the negative stuff and put that out? Right. Yeah. So we don't holistically know what he was seeing out there. But if he was out there and seeing that, hey, there's other people that feel the same way I feel, and they're practicing their belief healthily, then his mother and his father were there. And they lived, so it's like, yo, I don't understand. Like, this fall, one of the things about it that I find very interesting, everybody's complaining about a black man supporting his son. And you and I both know that damn well is very hard to get nowadays. The one person you need behind your back, black men, black boys, is your daddy.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's like, yo, my daddy's going on national TV and defending me. Well, yeah. I don't know what else he could do. I don't know what else y'all could want from this man to do. But that ain't y'all kids. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, it's just, I think what really is the fact that he wants to be a woman though, and I think that's the biggest straw. Now, yeah, the gay part is, but when it's like maybe going a little bit too far, like okay, now you want to be a full-blown woman, we got to handle that situation. What did you see? What type of vision did you have? And like you said before, who is he hanging with? And we feel like Dwayne Wade is not answering these questions. Now, like I said, I told you, if someone's like a thief or anything like that, and then you have a parent that's like supporting it, like, hey, well, I know you're a thief and stuff. Listen, man, I still love you. That's cool. But as a good parent, you want to educate them what they're going to go through and how it's detrimental to their success and them as a person. Right. Because it's just an act of violence. It's an act. It's just, we look at homosexuality as a demonic entity. It's something that's just it's something that is not God oriented. Something that the Lord is highly against. And you have that in your child, and you're not doing anything about it. And the fact that it's like now it may lead to anything, transgenderness, like you said, pedophilia, all type of things. And so this is from like a spiritual perspective. People believe that, okay, now he inviting these demonic portals into his life, and and you're sitting up and encouraging it. You should smite that. You should go ahead and refute that. As a man, you're supposed to be the protector.
Okay. Yeah. So if you're saying that, wouldn't he be being a man right now if he's protecting his son and also making sure that, hey, he's getting the possible proper information he needs?
As far as being a transgender?
Right.
See, but that's the thing. It's like it's more aiding to it. Like I said, like that's just like, oh man, you keep breaking in people's houses. All right, man, I know you breaking in people's houses, but listen, to get better at it, you need to do this. Like what? No, like you clearly know this is wrong. Why are you continuously to participate in this mess and encouraging your child to do this? If you're not looking at it, if you're looking at it as just normalized or it's just okay, that's not a good thing, you know. So that's this is when this whole conversation is going on. It's that Wade is being passive. Yes, I get where his background is and he wants the best for his child. Yes, but you still have to set up these barriers to be like, okay, son, don't go there. Don't go to this dark street. Stop. Don't go there. Let me educate you.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
So
and looking at that now, the thing about it is, if this is going on for one of his sons, why are the other ones, mind you, the other ones of his children,
right.
they're not gay, or
Exactly.
they're so why is it that they're not jumping on him? If anything, they support him. His whole family supports his walk. What? So
Now, Zaire was, I think, one of his oldest sons. He did supported him on Instagram. He wrote a heartfelt message.
right,
Man, I mean, I don't know, man, because okay, my sister is I don't think she is still. I don't know, she probably is still, but she's homosexual. She was battling with that, and liking women and all this stuff, posting it on Instagram, all that stuff, or with
right.
women. And of course, like, my parents are very highly against it and all that stuff, and so she still continuously act on it. And it's just a simple fact that of course, my grandmother, she was very highly against it too. We was going back. It's just how we were raised, just by religious things, and even if you're not religious, it's just more like, okay, this is it's just something in your spirit, like, okay, this is you're not supposed to be doing this. Your child not supposed to be doing like this type of things. This is like wrong in so many ways. I mean, so it's one of those things. Like I can't really speak for Zaire and his other family members why they're supporting him. I don't know. They're doing it because of the media or because that's your brother. It's I don't know, man. I really don't know, man. That's more of an individual thing, though. To answer your question on that, though.
Okay, all right. So I'm glad. So let's look at it.
Yeah,
So look at it. All right. So your sister,
yeah.
she was when she was in that lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Did she choose to go in it and leave out of it on her own, or did y'all pressure her?
It was a little bit of I don't, man, because I really talk to her like that anymore. But it's more, I don't know, man. Because what it is, we try to talk to her, right? And subconsciously, she knew it was wrong, but she ignored our calls and stuff like that, and she got into with my mom and all that type of stuff. So, um, I believe she just ended up just kind of like it kind of just phased out. I think it was a phase that she was going through. It's something that didn't really last. And
So she's not in it. So she's not in it
I think she's bisexual, but yeah, I mean, to the point, yeah. And we tried to at first, but when we started noticing what was going on, we was like, okay, we sat her down and talked to her like, hey, why are you like this? What happened? What's going on? Like, these used to have. Now we did some research. Okay, because she had bad relationships with boyfriends and stuff like that, and so she had more closure and more companion with a woman, especially her emotions and all this type of stuff, and experimenting and end up liking it. And
Okay.
and it's just demonizes that, the homosexuality is just not it's something that shouldn't really, I guess, in society. Some people feel like, especially you grow up in a religious household, it's nothing to be praised.
Right.
But yeah, that's just guess it's just how it is, man. I mean, it's really hard to explain it though.
No,
Um,
no, no, no. Like I said, I come from a Christian household, so
yeah,
I understand.
we grew up completely different. We're supposed to be different from the world.
Now,
That's what they teach us. Yeah.
right. So, in knowing that, and I bring this up. The reason why
Mm-hmm.
I brought that up is because, okay, so I was sexually abused when I was a child.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when I came out about it to towards my folks, they didn't know how to deal with helping me. The best thing, it's like people I told about it were emotionally cut off, but everybody knew how to tell me give it to Jesus, and I was like, well, dang, I
Yeah.
mean, you right here on earth, like goddamn, like.
So they couldn't offer you no type of resources, no help. But when that happened to you, Josiah, you knew it was wrong. You knew it was something that you had to kind of overcome because it was messing with you mentally, right?
Right. I'm not gonna say it didn't. I'm not gonna say I didn't have my issues. I'm not gonna
Mm-hmm.
say I have my problem. Hell, I don't even care when people try to come at me on my sexuality, even on YouTube, because like, how many people on YouTube show their whole family? Like, I have a whole family, and
Right.
I'm successful as fuck. So, in saying that, I'm comfortable in my sexuality. If anything, I even like this week, and I'm gonna actually get on. I'm gonna speak on it this week. I
Mm-hmm.
actually went to the doctor to go talk about my trauma and my sexual abuse,
Mm-hmm.
and I learned more about myself. And I also brought my wife along with me on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Like I told her to come along with me because you can't bring no girlfriend. I mean, you could bring your girlfriend, or you could bring some people. You could bring somebody with you that you want to talk to or trust. But the thing about it was, I was at peace with myself to start seeking answers. Let's be for real. A lot of black people, when it comes to sexuality and getting help, they holistically don't got it. But this young man, he's getting it. This young man, he's getting the resources he
That's good.
needs. He's getting the resources that he needs. We
Mm-hmm.
don't know further down the line what Zaya's going to do. We don't know.
Mm-hmm. True.
But
I mean,
go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah. I get what you're saying. Like, I mean, like I said, it's been like successful. Like I said, homosexuals, and that's done good. Like you said, Baldwin, and it's been some other people that can do great things. We're not saying that he's not is incompetent to do good things. No, that's crazy. Um, but I don't know. It's just more like it's just more of a shocking way. It's just that are we do we have to kind of accept this? Are we as society, is the black community ready to accept this? I think that's what it is.
Okay.
Something, yeah. I think
All
that's
right.
the fear.
All right. Do you want okay now? Do you think that you now the same way how we say that the black community have to accept that?
Mm-hmm.
Let's ask this question right here. The same way how you want the U.S. to accept that they did wrong to African American slaves, right? Right?
Right.
You want them to accept that and give you reparational compensation for that. Follow me.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think that, hey, somebody who's gay like Zaya saying, hey, I'm gay, I want y'all to just accept that. Just it is what it is. What's the difference?
The reparations, though, that actually, but see, the thing with the reparations, though, man. I mean, that can economically move and help a huge a large race of people. That can
Well,
help set us. No, no, I'm just saying that can help set us up for financial success. And on top of that, too, we look at all the deep history, 400 years plus years, what our ancestors have went through on so many ways, man. I mean, even chained up on ships, thrown out. I mean, chewed out. It gave us inspirations to start schools. It helped move generations. I mean, and that's we felt like we're not being very we feel like we're not being very respected, towards our roots and stuff like that. We contribute so much in this country that we residing in, and to leave with individual or no results whatsoever. And so, like, far as like when I was reading The Color of Law, I told you like Chuck Hall. It was in the 1960s. It was a black community in Miami in that particular time, owning homes. He was the mayor of Miami in that particular time. He wanted to build some different buildings, and he just tore it down. We look at it in the 1950s, Emmett Till, all this type of stuff. He was severely beaten for allegedly whistling at a white woman. All these type of things that the African Americans as a whole went through. Now, that can help if we get compensated for for the building and the foundation of this country. That will lead us. That will give us at least a great sense of respect and honor and authority and superiority compared to like how is the LGBT community or someone of our color is riding for it and it comes out as gay. How's that going to sit up here and move us as a people? So you
Okay.
can really
So
compare
okay, I'm glad you said that. All
yeah.
right. You brought up your sister.
Right.
She went through a lot of hurt and pain. She came out saying, "Hey, I'm gay." She
Mm-hmm.
got shunned with the word of God that, "Hey, you live in this type of way. This is that about you."
Mm-hmm.
And knowing that, it is no secret that people who have knowingly participated with the community have been ousted and shunned because of their sexuality or the way how they are. It's not a secret. It's not a secret. So when they're like, yo, like, y'all don't even respect me because I don't look or act like you, but that's a problem. That's a problem. And so if that's a problem for y'all, then why y'all have a problem against me when now all of a sudden, oh, wait, well, we went through stuff. Okay, I'm pretty sure we did. And I don't even take away from that. I know a lot of people go like, BMT, that don't make no sense. It does make sense because literally you're talking about reparations can be more than just money. It can. It can be allocated funds.
Man, it could be loans. It could be anything. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Buildings.
Now, in knowing that, what is one of the main things that gays wanted? They wanted a family because they were always denied to be a part of a family. So they just said, "Well, shit, we'll just do our own family." So, mind you, that's one of the first things that gays went and got was a family. So when we're asking about these things, look at the things that they're trying to get. Housing, where if they did have a gay lover and the person were to die, they couldn't really holistically even be at the funeral. Why? Because they were gay.
So when you say family, what do you mean? Like, far as like adopting kids, or you talking about as collectively? Hey, you believe in the same thing I believe. You're my brother. Are you thinking about those kind of type of family?
No, what I'm talking about is literally holistically. I'm talking about holistically that you and somebody else. Not saying that you are gay, but literally somebody saying that, hey, I wanted to have a family, I got denied adoption. Even though nobody else is trying to adopt this child, I will take this child because nobody else will. But the minute they find out that you're gay, that's a problem. Does that make sense?
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so
that literally right there, though I know that I'm probably a better parent than this person, hell, there used to be sometimes set up that if you were gay and they would find out, they could hold that against you in court to think that you're an unfit parent for a lot of men. So the thing about it, we got to press and act is that we have it where a lot of people who felt like their feelings or their existence has been denied throughout history, especially in the black community, because most of the time, gay people, if you notice, most of the time people didn't come out about being gay when they have money and that they had already made their success and claim to the point where, nigga, I'm already set. So let's look at it for Luther Vandross. How many love songs did Luther Vandross make? Women were getting all turned on. Dudes were buying his CD and getting played to that shit. All of a sudden, Luther Vandross, what did he do? Boom. Hey, guys, I'm gay. Oh, Luther, not you. Yeah. That's right. A gay guy was helping y'all boys get pussy. Get it yet? Case in point. Goddamn.
Yeah. I listen to musicians that's gay. I'm like, hey, I remember I told my friend, like, long as they make good music, I don't care what they do in the bedroom.
Whoa. Okay, so hold on now. So
that's what some people say. That's the stuff. But it's go ahead.
No. I was just thinking about it. So we have it where that.
Yeah.
We also have it where Frank Ocean came out. Little Nas X. Now
Yeah.
notice, this is continuously proving it. So majority of the time, these people don't come out more so about their sexuality when they know that y'all can't hurt me, you can't touch me, you can't judge me anymore. Why? Because you've been fucking with me for so long. What does it mean? What does it matter now?
Right.
But if I was gay, y'all niggas wouldn't have fucked with me. But now that I come out and I'm already made and I'm already paid, y'all can't do shit to me. Frank Ocean don't need y'all. Frank Ocean already paid. He can sing anywhere he want. I bet y'all freak out. Drake come out and say he gay. Y'all niggas really will lose y'all mind then. See, that's the thing about it. When people start bringing about gays. See,
Mhm.
a lot of them hide and exist it, but they know motherfuckers don't know how to handle it if they come out about being gay. But once they automatically get into a position of authority where they can say, well, shit, I'm just going to do that, then it doesn't even matter. What's going on screen?
Boy, screen learning, man. Appreciate you in the
You know,
chat.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
y'all gotta understand, man. Like, and I mean, like I said, I probably have to sit down on screen and you. We probably gonna have to have a talk. Like, at this point in the game, there's black people talking about the culture and how Dwayne Wade supporting his son about being gay is hurting the culture. But I'm like, nigga, dude, what is your culture? What is your culture? Because honestly, do you even know your culture? If you knew your culture, it
Right.
wouldn't be the way it is today. So
yeah,
go ahead.
exactly. Well, and like I said, man, yeah, and that's the part I disagree with. Like, no, it doesn't affect the black community, but we should see. It's just hate to see, like, okay, our favorite basketball player, his son is openly is transition. Now, if even if this gentleman wasn't related to a famous person, and and it was on the news, being transgender, I'm pretty sure he might still. He came out. He may still get some scrutiny from that, but it's just the fact that I think as black people, we look at this, man. How can we continuously advance? We already know it's already effed up. We already know that, and we, as black men, we looked upon as inferior to a lot of people. We
Right.
feel like, and not just feel like, if we try to make some type of progression, the last thing you want to see is your son be like, damn, I'm about to transcend to another gender. You like, damn, you all failed us now, like, and so that's just pretty much how it is. Like, compared to, like, like I said, musicians and stuff like that, they when they come out as gay and stuff like that, and people like, oh man, and some people still support them and all that stuff. We don't really say too much. We just keep it going. It's a it's like, all right, like when Lil Nas X came out, like I was like, okay, whatever, cool. I was like, I even like defending him as long as he making his money, doing what he's supposed to do, whatever, cool. He ain't hurting me as long as he make good music. It's more like it was just this when you see like a young child, I don't know, it hits differently, when you have a family and transition to another gender though. I think that's what it is. But it can be a little, maybe it could be a little hypocritical. I don't know, but.
Okay, no, okay. So let's look at it like this.
Yeah.
Black people want to be respected for their reparations for all the stuff they went through. LGBT people got marital reparations for being married for so long.
Yeah.
For being married for so long and never getting the proper representation that they felt like they deserved. And so that happened. Certain people felt a certain type of way because they were like, yo, like, what the hell? Like, like, how did they get reparation? Well, guess what? They supported each other and literally got each other through it. I mean,
that support group, I will say, the LGBT community, they having walks every year, pride, they got their own flag. Yeah, they're well organized, getting stuff done. And this is why it was so pitiful. He was pinnacle for the Obama administration. That's why, he ended up supporting them, giving them rights and everything, and kind of ignoring the black community in a way, because how disorganized we are. Even though we do have the problems, but we can collectively come together. So I would say you can learn from them a lot. Because don't get me wrong, when I work with gay people, like, I can be cool with them. I learn a lot from them. I conversate with them, but I just won't do what they do because I know that's just something I don't have in common with. Same thing with people who go to clubs all the time, strip clubs and stuff. I mean, I don't do those type of things.
Right.
I mean, you cool. I ain't gonna judge you, but I just don't do that.
Right.
Yeah.
And I get you. Like, listen, like y'all, like I said, I'm gonna tell you right now. I
Yeah.
used to be like that, and then after that, you never know when you are gonna need compassion. You
Mm-hmm.
never know who you gonna need in the midnight hour to literally support you and back you up. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
majority of y'all movement have had somebody gay in there. I'm just being so for real.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's be for real. Me, like I said, I mean, I got nothing against gays, but let's be for real. Who's the one who adopts black children the most? Gays. They do. Why? Because you don't adopt your kids. You don't raise your own damn kids.
Well, white families do that though a lot.
Right, but predominantly a lot of white families between white families and gays. But I'm sorry,
Yeah.
gay people will get your kids faster than a black family would. It is what it is. Can I get mad that black baby is going to be adopted by a white family that will possibly love them, take care of them, and actually treat them with a sense of dignity and
Mm-hmm.
literally give them a fighting chance to actually be accepted? No, I wouldn't even be mad at them. If anything, I'm more so happy for them because I'm like, this kid has a fighting shot.
Well, and that's what it's all about though. But it's just that I feel like it's that like I said, we don't know what they're gonna go up and grow up to be. We don't know.
True.
And I don't know how Dwayne Wade is educating his children. I don't know what is he. Y'all don't know if he, teaching them math, science. I don't know what type of school, private school he goes to. We don't know these things. So all we know is just that we judge him by his sexuality. We trying to figure like, okay, are you on the path of creating a family? Are you on the path of manhood? Because I feel like as sometimes in the black community, we feel like you got to be a macho man, alpha, all this type of stuff. But I mean, alpha is pretty much you controlling your own legacy. It's nothing really that you're big and strong, and then you know what I'm saying, you can walk around and just hit somebody, knock them out cold. It's nothing like that. That's a false narrative of being a man. So I know it's like we have different definitions of that, and we look at someone who's maybe transition to another gender like a female, we looking like at him as soft, as effeminate, as not a protector. I think that's what's really the real conversation is. And we seem like, dang, Dwayne, like take control of your son. And
Okay.
I think that's what people it's not that's what people's looking at.
Okay. So,
Yeah,
and the thing about it, let's look at that.
yeah.
Let's look at it right now. I would ask any of the black men that have something to say about this. How many of y'all are in control of your own neighborhood, control of your own block, control of your own schools? But yet you're telling this man that he needs to be in control of his woman and his household. How many of y'all control? I mean, let's just be for real. One of the biggest things I always see coming out on YouTube for a lot of people is that, man, we can't control these women. I'm always hearing it. We can't control these women.
Oh, they'll be having panels on that all the time.
Now, granted, do you see the way Wade right on literally saying I can't control my kids? I can't control my woman? Nope. You sure enough don't say that. Literally, he already said that. Literally, guess what? My child comes to me for answers. And the fact that his child does that, that sounds like that's good parenting 101. Because that means his child looks to him for doggone the answers that he needs. And you see, that right there is what we should have as parents, is when your child do need answers, they come to you. And if you don't have it, guess what you do? You go find the answers that your child do need. And so, and that's a little parenting tip for some of y'all who ain't taking care of your damn kids. If you don't know the answers, you would go find the answers. Or you'll say, hey, we'll find it together. If I don't know the answer to the math problem, do I just give up on my kid, or do I actually look for the answers with my kid so that way we better can educate ourselves? It's no secret that the black community is very huge on doggone sexualization and doggone, HIV and different other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to keep his child from that. He is. He literally is. Like, listen, there's no secret. Download.
You trying to keep them from having HIV. So basically, um, Which some gays get that too as well. From oral. I mean, anal, all that type of stuff.
Right. Anal is the fastest way
Yeah.
to spread it. And this is the thing about it. Like he's having these conversations with his child.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's having these conversations. Like these are conversations that they. So when people say, "Hey, like, let's talk about this stuff in school," you'll have people say, "Well, why? Why talk about it? Why do we need to address it? Why not? If we already know that there's people out here that are literally doing this and living this kind of lifestyle, I would rather get in the forefront and get ahead. That's like, well, my kid is a teenager now, so I need to start talking to them about sex. I rather me be there and actually be able to be in control and have this conversation. And I'm pretty sure him and Gabrielle, they're like, yo, like we need to have this conversation with this boy.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Either we have the conversation or somebody else is going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm more so for them doing it and them actually being more so in charge of it than somebody else doing it, and literally they don't have no charge of it. Like that's been one of the biggest issues in the community is that literally raise your own damn kids.
See, you may have like a bigger advantage of me on this because I'm trying to not be biased on this because I don't have a family yet. I don't have kids, but and it just all comes down to like I guess your household, man. Because I'm just going by like how I grew up and
Right.
what was just and I won't say indoctrinated to me, but I guess what was just more just hammered to my head like what to do and what not to do. And then when I see when I see other people's when they're going through and why they transition to that, it's easy to judge it. So it's I don't know, man. It's one of those tough things, man. Now as I'm getting a little bit more older, wiser, understanding my decision, why I do things, why I believe the things I believe. I always know it's a root to each problem, and it's root to everything to people who do good things in the world, who do bad things in the world. They're inspirations. Why they're heterosexual, why they're homosexual. It's all. I was gonna say it's all a choice though, because if I say that, it's like, do you just do you just automatically be born a heterosexual? All these type of things. I don't, it's just something
Right.
that you develop. So that's a whole nother debate. But um, I don't know, man. We just want this young man to be on a right path in a way. I mean, anybody who we just feel like it's more of a sick gesture in a way, as far as like you want to be completely a female. If you just want to say, "Hey, I'm bisexual," I think BMT. I don't know if you're certain, but I think the black community would be like, all right, whatever. We might report it, but we want to be having pan. We won't be too serious about it.
Right.
But it's the transgender part, though. Like, why won't you want to be a full blown woman? Because you get what I'm saying. Like, that's the thing I'm trying to answer, man. Like, okay, I know you like men, but you don't have to be a woman though. Like, like,
Well, that's the thing about it.
yeah,
Let me help some people there. He never said that he want to remove his genitals.
right.
He never said that. I know a lot of people are jumping to that. He said, I identify as one. Doesn't mean I'm going to cut off to try to be one. I'm pretty sure his mom and dad are talking to him, and they're like, okay, it's okay if you identify as one. It's okay if you want to wear a Hollister top and go get acrylic nails and all that shit. It's okay if you want to do all that stuff. I mean, I've seen enough animes to understand this. But wait till you get older. And then if you still are walking in the same path and you want to go do it, that's going to be something on you. Does that make sense? If you want to say you're a gay son, then I'll tell you what. I'm going to put you on the TI and I guess his daughter's plan. You have to stay and make good grades.
Oh, yeah.
Stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
All this stuff.
Yeah.
And you got to get accepted into college. You then have to make it through college. If you do all of that, I and your mother will pay for your sex change.
So your alternative is to set standards. And if your child exceed those standards, he'll be rewarded.
Correct. If he chose, that means now, if he wants to walk this road, he got to make it all the way through high school and college, and he has to make good marks in life. Where he's like, So if he want to keep it up for doggone, he's only in 7th grade, so that means 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th, 12th, and goddamn 4 or 6 years of college. If you want to do that, so that's literally 7 to 8 years. If he still wants to go through it and say, "Hey, all right, I'm ready to get that sex change, Dad." All right, cool. You definitely convinced me. You lasted 8 years, son. I couldn't have done it, but you did. All right, cool. He was serious. But you don't hear them saying like they're trying to do like I Am Jazz. I Am Jazz. She got it. His parents screwed him over. Where he can't go back, but he can't also go forward because they did the procedure so early. It's kind of stuck.
Well, it's the same thing like I don't know if you're familiar with Hassan Campbell. I think his son is transgender. Because his son actually had like breasts, all this stuff. I mean, looked like a woman. I was like, oh my goodness. But you know, it's I don't know, man. It's it's hard, man, because you know I say I don't have any children, man, so I can't really say anything, man. Like it's really I just only can go by what I think, man. But the alternative that you said is setting standards. And like, okay, well, I still want you, even though you might be drifting a little bit off, but I still want you to be on this road to success to the point that you're successful, you can do what you need to do, and then hey, if you want to do that, you cool. So okay. So
does that sound impossible?
I mean, that sound that's what I'm saying. That sound possible though. It's up to Dwayne Wade if he's is setting those type of standards though. So do you view transgender homosexuality as stealing, murdering? Do you view those type of things or as the same far as like disobedience towards God's eyes? Or you think like, okay, well, he's not harming anyone. That's just how he feel about himself.
Okay, so
yeah.
So when it comes to that, as far as I view it as becoming a transgender, it does go against doctrine because yes, it is. You are carving and manipulating your skin. Like me having a tattoo, I'm supposed to not do that,
right?
Because that goes against marking
piercings and markings on your body.
Yeah, right. Marking my temple.
Exactly.
Okay. So yes, it is going against that. However, that's something that I got to be answer for to the Father. I got to do that.
Okay.
Okay. Now, would that be wrong? Yes. However, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't go to church. However, I did ask and request that the church van pick up my kids because they still have their own path and destiny that they have to choose and they have to walk. Now, when they're grown, like my mother, my father told me, they said, when you're grown, you can make your own decision. Whether you know the words, so now you're on your own.
I'm glad you brought that up because my sister was going through that. Because she was living in my mother's household, and this became the disconnect. It's just like, okay, well, she used to bring her gay friend over without permission, and I'm like, okay, yeah, so you can't be doing that. That you still living in mom's house. You got to go by her rules. That's just how that is. I know it sucks, but she used to sneak and do it anyway. And that's when they had a disconnect, and she was like very against what she was doing. And she was like, "Hey, until you get your own house, you do whatever you want to do." I just want to add that into it. That's kind of
no, and that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair because and I get your mama when she says that. I get her why she said it. She's like, "Yo, my house, my rules." I mean, I'm gonna be for real. Like, it probably won't be any different. Yes, BMT will say that. If my sons would go to get married, right? And they say, "Dad, I'm gay. I want to go get married." I'm gonna be for real. I might not go to the wedding. I'm just being honest. I just might not go. And those
And
are
why
people,
is that, Josiah?
huh?
And why is that?
Because I don't fully agree with that. That's just how I was raised. But I still love my child. My job as a parent is to love my child. But I
Mhm.
don't always have to run and just go jump and do. Oh well, Daddy, I want to go do this and I want to go eat booty and support. If you support me, no, nigga, my job is to get you out there in life and be prepared.
Exactly.
I don't have to subscribe to you. So again, he's doing his job by doggone raising his child, teaching his child, hey, this is what's out there in the world. Be careful. These things can get you. Hey, you get burned. That's it, son. Some stuff don't go away. It only go away temporarily. See, you can do that. You can teach your kid that. I encourage people to teach their kids about these things. However, this is where I gotta be honest. Even when doing that, you gotta also be holistically truthful about some stuff that, hey, if someone's got taught properly, we probably wouldn't be where we are today.
True.
But it doesn't necessarily happen like that. So my son or my daughter can go if they want to go do that, go to that lifestyle. I will love them. I will be there but hey, just like Serena's dad, he wasn't for her getting married to that dude.
Oh no.
He wasn't for that. And that's she even came out and said that. My daddy wasn't supporting it. Guess what her daddy did? Was not there. He said, I love you, but I'm not gonna be there. And she knew that. She still went through. But let's be for real. In the Bible, it says, "Hey, when I was a child, I did childish things. But when I picked up that doggone moniker, when I picked up that doggone mantle, and I want to step up and be grown, guess what? I was on my own. I had to handle it. I had to handle it. Ain't nobody put me in that situation, but who? Me. So
Okay.
we normally understand that sometimes a child has to feel for themselves and actually understand that, hey, some of these things, they are what they are. You choose it, right? You
Right.
choose it. So guess what? You're gonna have to live by that calling. And I mean,
Yeah.
that's how it is. So I don't have, like I said, D Wade, he's fine with me. Zaya is fine with me. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I mean, they're not doing nothing, but we don't know. I'm only going off of inferring. See, that's why I said when I think as a parent, my game of mental chess is a lot different from y'all's. So you don't know the stipulations that D Wade could have probably had on his son. Listen, I'm gonna go out there and show you. First, I'm gonna show a positive father. That a father does support his child. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna curse at you. I'm not gonna talk down on you. Look at goddamn 50 Cent. As masculine and as a boss y'all say he is, that did that.
I don't think he's in his child's life.
Hell no. 50
No.
Cent treated 50 Cent, him and his child, they be on goddamn Instagram talking about each other like they dog.
The
You
same thing
couldn't.
with Dr. Dre's son, man. They don't
Yeah,
really. That's crazy.
right. So you got to think, and those two are two masculine men. But
Yes.
I mean, just saying. We're just saying. Suge Knight's son doesn't want nothing to do with his dad.
I
There's a
don't
lot.
blame him at all. Yeah.
I don't blame that boy. He literally
Yeah.
he says, yo, if anything, I think he said he's trying to change his name from being Knight. Like
Yeah.
he said, I don't do nothing in resemblance of that man because that man does nothing but make my life as a man hard.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, like I said, for a lot of these young men, um, they want a father like D Wade. I would say you would want a dad like D Wade. And the fact that he is a father that I would encourage more black men to be like D Wade. Support your kids.
Of course.
Support
Yeah.
your children. You know what I'm saying? That's what some people say. Oh, you support D Wade? Yes, I do. Because D Wade's a dad that is literally supporting his child. That's all. I mean, what I get it. Y'all were looking at what the game was saying that can't believe the game was just going along with the game said, even the game, I don't think y'all niggas heard what the game said. The game said, listen, man, I used to think like that. I used to talk like that. But then after that, as I got older and I started having kids, he was like, yo, I got nothing but mad respect for those two. Because literally, for men like me, and so y'all got all the respect for goddamn Kobe. Kobe's a dad. Kobe fucked up. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
How many black, we talk about positive black fathers. So, LeBron's one. Kobe was one. D Wade is one. There, I said it. Fuck anybody else who don't like it. Because guess what? These black men are in their children's lives. They supported their children.
Mm-hmm.
Two of them are still alive today where they can still support their children. Shaq
Yeah.
supports his children. You know what I'm saying? We wish we had more black fathers that are in their kids' lives full time.
Mm-hmm.
That would literally, if something happens, y'all know how amazing that would be. That when something happens to our young black boys, the first thing that your father would do is have access to national television where he can get on and speak about you, speak for you.
Oh yeah, so the mother all the time. Yeah, you be
Like I'm just saying, like
caps though. I was like, that shit got to stop, bro, for 2020.
right. So I'm just saying, man, like someday, Link, that's gonna have to be you. That's gonna be you. Where one day something might happen to your kid, and though you don't like the circumstances, but your kid's gonna look to you like, is daddy gonna be the protector I need and stand up for me, or is he gonna leave me by the wayside? Is daddy gonna be there, take off and work, and you're gonna be like, hey, command, I know y'all need me in, but hey, something's going on at my kid's school. I gotta get down. They're not gonna stop you from being a man unless it's detrimental. They're gonna be like, nah, man, hey, I get it. Go handle that. And that's me being in the military. Anytime something happened to my doggone kids, they'll tell you right. They'll tell you straight up. Family issues first. The soldier cannot function unless family issues are handled.
Oh my God, that is so true.
So
yeah,
I'm just saying, dude, we talk about the black community. Literally, you're watching somebody handling their family issue. Only thing about it is they're handling it real time. Everybody saw Jaden Smith wearing a dress. We all saw that.
Oh yeah.
Okay?
Jennifer, yeah.
Yes.
See, and it's funny. I still support Jaden Smith. I still think he made good music, and it's a good actor. I mean, talented.
Do you see him wearing a dress now? No.
Not really.
No. He's not wearing dresses anymore. He was by contract.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be wearing those dresses. He signed. Jaden Smith signed a contract deal that he had to wear those dresses.
Yeah, for the company and stuff.
For the company, his job was to wear those dresses. They were paying him. Not his parents were paying him. The company themselves was paying him to wear the dresses.
Well, see, and that's the thing, BMT. That's why I said, like, I'm not. I can care less if a man wearing skirts, wearing, all that stuff, with all this type of stuff. I mean, like, okay, cool. That's on you. You want to wear those type of things, cool, and all that stuff. But it's just the fact that you're like, all right, I'm gay. That's when we gotta sit and talk and conversate.
Okay. Right.
That's the only thing. So, like, you can wear women's stuff all day long. You can wear leggings. You can wear capris. I don't think women wear capris anymore, but you can wear all this type of stuff, And so, yeah.
No. That's true. And like I said,
yeah.
I think the thing about it is when it comes to it, is that we're watching it. Whereas to, like, again, like, and the reason I brought up Jaden Smith, some people would that right bring up Jaden Smith, because Jaden Smith now, he's actually donating water filters towards Flint.
Yes, he is. Yeah,
that's
I'm from Michigan. Yeah,
and that's literally out of his own pocket. Like, literally, you can find water filters out there that he's been putting out there on his own. Like, y'all niggas ain't even doing that shit. I mean, granted, shout out, there's other people who are doing stuff. Like, I believe
water bottles. So I ain't gonna lie, people have been getting water bottles and
right. But I mean, the fact that he's like, yo, water bottles ain't enough, man. Like,
it's not.
Like, people actually need more valid water supplies, and so he's doing that. And I'm like,
man, we have to sit down and talk about that too. Me, you, Screen Learning one day about that too. Because specifically of Flint, because that's really sad, because I'm thinking about it too. the residents of Flint are still have to pay their water. Still had to pay the water bill. They had to pay water bill. Water is something they can't use. They can't bathe in. They can't, use to cook. They can't do none of that type of stuff, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And then the governor, the former governor, Governor Rick Snyder, who's the governor of Michigan, he still got his benefits. You know what I'm saying? He's not even in prison. He's still walking around free. You know, and I'm trying to think about how come like these water companies can't collectively come together and making billions like Ice Mountain, Smart Water, all these. They can't collectively come together and automatically do this and help assist the Flint residents. It's a 75%, African American community though. I know niggas out here on Facebook making jokes and stuff with the Kermit the Frog saying
No,
drink that.
I don't even make jokes anymore about that. I literally look at it like, yo, man, like those people need help. Like those people need help.
Yeah.
There are some kids that have now mental health problems.
Yeah,
because the water literally has messed some of them up. And the thing about it is, let's be for real. Everybody thought that, hey, Jaden is going to be messed up. Jaden's going to be a problem. But guess who? But look at what Jaden Smith is doing. And I mean, as I said, that's why I said we don't know how Zay is going to turn out. We don't know what this boy might be, the guardian angel that is needed, that might be, hey, you know what? I want to go to Washington and speak for, doggone reparations. He might be that child that might be that. I know we laughing at
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
but you don't know what an individual might be. But then he's gonna one day see some of these videos like, yo, dog, now you know how they feel about you, son. I know, but it's okay. It's okay. But it's somebody that still needs it. So you got to ask yourself, like, under what duress do you chill out? You know what I'm saying? Like, but this is the same thing. I'm pretty sure Jane Baldwin back then, they weren't too cool. They weren't too cool about doggone gays back then.
Oh no,
but you know what? But guess what? Jane Baldwin did. He's still, and I know some people saying, "Dang," even I'm surprised of myself, but I'm like, "Dang, I'm taking up for goddamn gays today." But you never know what path you might be in. You never know who you might deal with.
That's true. It could be a phase. It could be. I believe what you're saying though, and that's how I think about my sister and stuff. Like, I mean, I didn't disown her. Of course, I would never do that. I just, want to continuously. If she sees this video, our relationship has been growing a little bit better, especially over winter break when I went down around my birthday to Michigan and we was talking. We did a lot of acting scenarios. We like to act. We like to do those type of things and stuff. Because she was thinking about pursuing a career in acting in Atlanta, but we was talking about a whole bunch of stuff, man, and it's starting to get better though. But I told her like, hey, whatever you go through, I'm always here. Just call me. Let's talk. I give you advice. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
And if she would have had more of that from my dad's side of the family and all this type of stuff, I think she would be a little bit more comfortable. But it's just probably too the way she did about things too, and it kind of burned a lot of bridges while she was pursuing that type of phase. But I want to sit over and say this: that I clearly, I strongly agree with you on your stance on that. As far as that, you don't know what your child is going to become. You don't know what that person is going to become. So the best thing you can do is educate them, set up standards, and support. Give them support. I guess that's when I become a parent, I guess that's good parenting 101. Then
right. Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just looking at it like we all thought Jaden was going to be jacked up, but you don't see him and Willow going around doing crazy stuff. They literally are just out there, out about doing stuff humanitarian. Hell, they both got doggone contracts on Rockefeller. He does make some pretty good music. I don't listen to all his stuff, but his music is not bad. It's pretty good.
It's decent. It's decent. Like and some of his movies too is really good, man. So like I said, it's a really talented individual. Yeah, I can't bring from that.
So that's what I'm saying. We don't know the path for this one young man hasn't fully been carved out. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't fully been carved out. and we won't know. But just because he said I identify as a she, we don't know what he has. He doesn't. I haven't heard him say everybody needs to be gay. I haven't heard him say, you know what, y'all, if y'all truly are real, y'all would support my behavior. He's like, I get it. I'm not gonna get support from blacks. Just not. Not like I would like to. Not, and then let's also be fair. It's not just blacks who don't like it. There's a lot of people. But it's also a little bit more harder to swallow when you're looking at your own people and they're doing the more criticizing about you. Granted, there are gays in doggone Africa. Yes, we do know that. I've seen the videos. I've seen the pornos.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Gays are everywhere. I don't know why
Yeah.
people think that, in Africa, we wouldn't have this.
Yeah,
Yes,
I remember
we
we were
would.
talking about they was all in, they in one specific area. Like, nah, bro. Like you said, one dude said if you go to California, I'm like, no, bro, they everywhere.
They're everywhere, dude. They're everywhere. You can't get away from them. They're not going to disappear. They were here since the dawn of time. I'm pretty sure we all knew about them. That's why I said. That's why I brought up the Bible. So the Bible even spoke about them. That's why I'd be like, yo, so stop with the narrative that, But and that's why I said, tell me one time Jesus turned away somebody. So if Jesus didn't turn somebody around, who's you? What?
Yeah,
right.
I remember he said, "Go on and sin no more." When he's talking about the prostitute and stuff. Yeah, he used to sit with people, murderers, all types of people, and work with them. But the thing is, though, they had to be willing, though, to change.
Keyword willing. So you speaking about them, talking down on them. They're like, well, if you already got that, if you got it like that in a bag of chips to judge me, then, and I mean, let's look at it like this. The gays, they done made their own damn church. They're like, well, shit.
Yeah, they did.
They made their own church, and they like, well, shit, we'll go to Jesus in our own way. I mean, I listen. I've been there. I did an interview with them one time, a long time ago. So, I don't agree with everything, but I also understand that they still wanted to go somewhere where they can hear the word. So they can't get it from you.
I guess without being judged.
Right. So they're like, well, damn, y'all gonna judge me regardless. So I'm always just go to my own place, fund my own church, and build it. Like, I mean, let's be for real. You think God's mad at them for them building their own church? Nope. He's like, hey, my word's gonna get across somewhere or the other. And that's the thing about it. Like, I get that. And I know some people are like, oh no, they're contorting the word. Listen, we don't know how they're going to get saved. We don't know how some people are going to come to Christ. We don't know how some people are going to don't just think only Christians got this. Every religion has gays. Every religion, every multifaceted group of people has this going on. It's just the thing about it is it's more so open in your doggone retrospect of life. That's why I be trying to tell people like it's only big to us because we see it in front of us. Does that make sense?
Well, you say we see it in what?
It's only big to us because it's right there in front of us. Like the problem only so big to us because we real time see the issue going on right now in front of us. So it's like, so long as the fire is going on in your house, you don't see the whole neighborhood burning. You're too busy looking at the goddamn fire in front of your house.
Well, we live in an imperfect world. Everyone's imperfect. Like I said, you go to church, you got people that beat their wives and still preach the word of God.
Yes.
But I'm just saying, these are the things we don't know. We don't know that, but we just know that, this man preaching the word. But I get what you're saying, like when someone's gay, it's openly, you see it more now, you more judging them. Okay. So I completely agree with you on that, though, man. That's a sensitive topic, though, because they're kind of both wrong in a sense. Because I mean, you said longest you start their own church, long as they got to get the word out. But like I said, we got all kinds of people dealing with demons and unruly things in their hearts, preaching the word, and we still support. So we don't know if God's mad at them too. So I don't know, man. That's it's so deep, man. It all boils down to what I was saying is that's how we were raised,
Right.
and I just think that longest when I become a parent, long as you say you support them, get them standards, they should be okay. And maybe if they're contributing to a society, regardless of their sexual beliefs or whatever, they still are a decent human being in society.
Right. Yep.
So okay. Well, I just think that because the Christianity is so prevalent in
Well, yeah, because we're
the black
Christian.
community, though, and when once we see someone acting upon this, of course, we bring up Sodom and Gomorrah, we bring up all these things, the casualties that's and the soul, and how it definitely speaks that okay, well, this is what you're gonna go through. You're gonna go to hell for this. Like this is not good. So, but that's all I got to say right now.
Okay, so let's look at it.
Yeah,
Whenever people talk about religion,
yeah,
especially black people, what is the religion that we talk about? Christianity.
Christianity, right?
Now we don't talk about Islam or anything like that. Why? Because predominantly majority of black people are Christians.
Mm-hmm.
So it's natural, and I know me, you'd be like, dang, what about goddamn Islam? What about this? What about that?
Judaism,
Yeah, like
Buddhism. Yeah.
everything else, and y'all always bring us up. But see, the thing about it, I understand now because it's the one religion that a lot of y'all can actually compare to whenever y'all like talk about forgiveness or only God can judge me and all that other shit.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, you bring up Christianity, which you like. You don't like what is done, but you like the results. Everybody likes bringing up a Bible scripture, because
Right.
they like the results. So naturally, I get it. I get it. Hey, like I said, when it comes to this young man, hey, that's gonna be between him and his dad and the man upstairs. That ain't his mom.
Yeah. That
You know,
exactly. I don't want to judge him. Like I said, if he comes to a turn like, hey man, like I had a friend like saying he's gay.
right?
Not and I was like, okay, and I never. This in the military, and I'm not going to sit up here and like, I didn't judge him or anything. I still talk to him. I mean, I didn't hang out with him, but I did talk to him a lot, because we were like next to each other in the dorm. So I came over, whatever. Sometimes we used to talk about politics and the things that I love and to enjoy. And he's very smart, and so I didn't criticize this man, even though me personally I disagree with it, but I still gave him respect, because I was treated like, hey, as long as you give me respect, I get, what I'm saying, I give you respect. I'll talk to Mormons, Buddhists, witches, people. I mean, things that I disagree with, as far as like religious beliefs and behalf, but I never disrespected them. I want to hear like, okay, their side of things in life, because everybody grew up different. So I kind of held those like kind of those conversations with people. I was always open minded to things, but the thing is, I always never did what they did though. I never did. I would never practice what they do. you know I know like girl who do voodoo and all this type of stuff, but talk to you, but I want to do what you do. That's the only thing. But I still will treat you as a human being. If I need to get something done, I'll talk to you, I help you out. So
I'm trying to get some people
yeah.
who do voodoo.
Oh
If you
yeah,
know
for
if you
sure.
know anybody that do
Yeah,
voodoo,
I got you.
let's set up a show where we actually get to sit down with them
Yeah.
and hear their talking points.
Oh
Because
yeah.
like I said, when it comes to Christianity, I can honestly say, young lady, me and you are probably more so the. And see, that's the thing about it. That's why I hate about it when it comes to Christianity, because we all get branded like, and I mean, I'm not that dude that walks around and runs around with the Bible and everything, but I do know the word and I do understand who I am. You know what I'm saying? I don't judge people. I don't spit down on people. I know people like to bring up, well, the Bible was for slavery. No, the Bible actually spoke about it was like every man has a right. But it also talked about, during war times, it has certain rules and stuff about, if you conquer these people, guess what? Yeah, they're definitely going to be slaves. I mean, I'm sorry. The
Mhm.
Bible spoke. It's literally you're listening to warring tribes stories 101. That's
Yeah.
so whenever.
Yeah.
So I mean, now we're just being for real. It's
Yeah.
literally that's the best way My cousin broke it down. The Bible is no more than you're listening to tribes and literally what they were doing back then. The world changed, but the Bible never changes. And literally, and somehow, the word of stuff that you pull up on them books is literally still prevalent. Just depends on how you read it and interpret it. So,
yeah, true.
you know, um, I think that's why people think, oh, Christians are so easily forgiven. I don't know. The God that we serve, He does not forgive a lot. Like depending on what you do or how you come at Him, He's not the most forgiving. So we're just in a realistic zone of He did what He had to do. Prodigal son 101. Prodigal son left.
Yep.
His dad still loved him.
And came back. Yep.
His dad.
Yep.
His dad still loved him. Told him, come on. And literally, what I'm saying, guess what? You're still my son.
We can look at how, prime example, Apostle Paul, right? He used to kill Christians and massacre them. He used to hate them so much. Till then, when he was on his road to Damascus, right? The Holy Spirit, Jesus, approached him and changed his life. So you never know, like what's going to come out of, and what type of phase that someone goes through. Best thing you can do is I believe it's up to the God to really to help that individual. But as a human being, support them and just at least tell them what they're going to get themselves into, and you just let the Spirit of God handle the rest. That's why I brought that story up, well, Apostle Paul and stuff, though, because you can't really control. Like, as a parent, I mean, it's only so much you can do, Josiah. Like, yeah, you can give them restrictions, you can punish your children if they disobey you, but at the end of the day, they got a mind of their own. They still gonna do what they want to do.
Right.
If your child decide to play video games before he do his chores, you know what I'm saying? He gonna keep doing, So it's kind of, it's a path that that people don't have to walk through. But dang, that's all I really have to say on this, man, so far. Yeah, you got anything to add, BMT?
No. I literally just been enjoying and vibing with the whole show.
Okay.
That's literally that's all I've been doing, vibing with the whole show. I thank you for allowing me. Once again, this has been I enjoy it. Like I said, I enjoy us doing our topics, and also we put our own spin of some Bible in it. I'm sure my mom and grandma enjoy hearing that. And like I said, we're not doing this to holistically belittle bad each other. We just do this to actually get an understanding of why things are or why the people do what they do. So
yep, that's all it is. And hey, man, I appreciate your teenagers interview. That was really good, man. Have those kids back on there too.
Yeah, they actually said that they want to come back and they want to talk with some adults. So
okay,
like I said, let me know if you want in to talk with them about some stuff. Some people I know I promised some people to in. I'm just gonna be in the back chat listening, and I trust that, what I'm saying, I know you're a responsible person in talking to these children where, what I'm saying, you gotta be careful with some people on YouTube are freaks. So they'll say the most.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm like, okay. Well, I'm pretty sure you got permission from their parents,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Like I said, their parents trust me. Like, people watch my channel because I come from a base of understanding of looking at how the world is, and I try to find a conclusion. We try to find a conclusion. We understand that, and that was one thing that the kids asked. One of the main things that the kids were asking was, does D Wade support his child? That was the main thing that the kids were asking. Like,
that's deep.
Does he support his kid? They're like, who cares if he's gay? They said, so long as he has his daddy, that's all that matters. Now, if kids were asking that, then why is that? And that's the only thing that the kids care about.
So why adults are not on that tip, basically? What?
So that just right. Yeah. And if y'all don't believe me, Go ahead and look. Go ahead and look at the footage. Go ahead
Man,
and look at the footage.
it's a different man. This is weird, man. Maybe it's a different time because I understand. Yeah, gay people been here since the beginning of time, though. But it's just, man, this is now a lot of children are more confident of it. Maybe I don't know. I wonder if it's social media.
Yeah,
You know,
it
it
is.
has a huge influence on that.
It is. It is
Okay.
social. It is social media.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about it. Social media literally plays a part in a lot of phobias and bigotry and hypocritical
Yeah.
thinking. So
Yeah.
when we learn, and the thing about it is the teenagers didn't even know that the kid came out about being gay. Only thing they cared about, well, we have gay friends and gay people around us, but we don't
Right.
care. So that's all I got to say before I got to
Yeah.
go. I got to go do a run. I got to go watch my blood pressure. But other than that, thank you, Link, so much, brother.
All right, man. I appreciate you, BMT. Thank you,
Yeah, man.
everybody, for tuning in and stuff. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe. Love you guys, man. And let's have a discussion on these things, man. For real. I want your comments here. Just let me know if you enjoy the show, and please, I'm gonna have my email address in the description box because I want to do more. I want to do more interviews. Anything, man. Just hit me up on my Facebook. It's Rodney Jones Jr. Man, message me, email me any topics, and I'll have you guys on here on the show, and we can go and conversate. We can talk about things, any topics that you want to talk about, politics, religion, money. It could be anything, man. So I'm very open minded to a lot of things. So I want to move more direction, a better direction of this channel. You know, I want to hear your guys' thoughts, why you guys believe what you believe in. So, because you guys matter, man. I like to interact with you people, man. So for real. So I'm about to be out of here, man. I might play some Dragon Ball Z, Kakarot. I heard it's a good game. Got it. So yeah, man. It's just enjoy this weekend. But till next time, I'm gonna put out a video for you guys tomorrow, man. I'm out.